In a recent conversation with Tony Mead of the Sandy Hook Hoax blog and Facebook page, Mr. Halbig avoided and deflected questions relating to the involuntary dissolution of his former business ventures.
There was a question about, and it's also a picture that's been posted of you trying to raise $100,000 for some cause. I don't even remember exactly what it was.
We're in 2012 now, July 24th actually. Well, he's against the children being harassed, threatened, intimidated, assaulted, racially, and now gender discriminated against. So you need $100,000 to prevent bullying.
And one of the things you said was that hopefully the money will get paid back. Whatever happened, what was that for, and whatever happened to that money?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You would love this as a dad. Are you ready?
Yes.
What happened before, I was probably angry when I posted it, but the reason, if you could look at the news media, there were more children committing suicide because of bullying and harassment, intimidation, racial and gender discrimination. All you have to do is look at the timeline of how many kids were shooting themselves at school or shooting others. Everything was contributing to bullying, okay? Then when you read the articles, parents say, we went to the school, we talked to the administration, nobody believed us, nobody trusted us. That is the crux of it, okay? What I did is I went out because, look at my job, what I do. I'm supposed to be a national school safety consultant. I went out and found some really cool products that I already tested. I gave it to some parents.
What exactly happened there, though? The money, was there any money raised, and what happened to the money that was raised? That's the questions that a lot of people have.
You ready?
Yeah.
One single, and you can check with it, whatever that fund was. I couldn't even do that. Somebody else did it because they said there's a bus driver who made a lot of money going through whether it goes fund or. So somebody did that. They posted it for me because I didn't know. I mean, I don't even know how to do PayPal. I don't even know what this GoFund is or how it even works. You know, Tom Lapp put that out there for me.
Right.
But the money will be used for legal expenses to investigate Sandy Hook.
The Real Hero Foundation, Involuntary Dissolution, the National Institute for School and Workplace Safety. This is also inactive due to involuntary dissolution. The National Break the Code of Silence Foundation, which was filed September 28th, the year 2000, involuntary dissolution. National Safe School Institute, involuntary dissolution. What is involuntary dissolution? It is when the government dissolves a corporation. The Secretary of Commonwealth dissolves corporations which fail to file annual reports with the Secretary of Commonwealth or tax returns with the Commissioner of Revenue for 2 or more consecutive years, and corporations which they believe become inactive and whose dissolution will be in the public interest. So we're talking about inactive companies here. Let's look at Wolfgang's companies. Here we have T.D. Wolf and Associates, who is the officers and directors, Wolfgang Halbig and Thomas Marcy. So then we go here. Uh-oh, look at the filing status. Involuntary dissolution. And we see here on the Florida Department of State website, it says the status is inactive.
These issues are extremely important for Mr. Halbig to clear up if he expects to receive the support and financial backing of the Sandy Hook Truth community. In lieu of additional information regarding these issues, I have a few requests for Mr. Halbig going forward, and they are as follows. Number 1. Every legal document relating to this case between Mr. Halbig and his attorneys, as well as any documents filed with the court, must be uploaded to the Sandy Hook Justice website for the community to review. Mr. Halbig mentioned in his conversation with Tony that he has already paid a $5,000 retainer for legal representation. I personally would like to see the receipt, as well as the contract between Mr. Halbig and the law firm representing him. Number 2. In the same conversation with Tony, Mr. Halbig mentioned opening a bank account for the Sandy Hook Justice Fund.
I went to the bank, opened a new account today so we can pay the legal expenses.
I would like to see the bank statement reflecting the initial deposit, as well as subsequent statements reflecting all account activity. These should also be uploaded to the website. Number 3. All expenses paid for through Mr. Halbig's GoFundMe campaign must be accounted for and displayed on the Sandy Hook Justice website for the community's review. Number 4. In his conversation with Tony, Mr. Halbig also mentioned that he lives a relatively good life.
I have promised not to take more. I don't want to. I'm retired. I have a nice lifestyle. I don't need to take other people's money.
Perhaps if Mr. Halbig put his money where his mouth is, the community would be more willing to support him. For someone willing to die for the cause, he seems extremely eager to spend other people's money in that effort. Number 5. My final request for Mr. Halbig is pertaining to his upcoming trip to Newtown. I ask that he clearly state his goals for traveling to Newtown. Saying we're going to get them to swear under oath just isn't clear enough for me. Who does he intend to sue? Is it the state of Connecticut, the town of Newtown, the Newtown School Board, Lieutenant Vance, Dr. Carver, all of the above? Who are you targeting, and on what grounds? The other request for Mr. Halbig related to his trip is that he uses some of the money that he has already raised to hire a film crew and document everything that transpires. Right now, due to his past indiscretions,
involuntary dissolution,
Mr. Halbig has a credibility issue. And like the parents of a child who was caught lying, he must be kept on a short leash until our trust is rebuilt. A final thought. Mr. Halbig reminds me a lot of Holden Caulfield, the main protagonist of J.D. Salinger's novel, The Catcher in the Rye. At one point, Mr. Antolini, Holden's beloved English teacher, offers him some advice and quotes psychologist Wilhelm Stegel. He says, "The mark of the immature man is that he wants to die nobly for a cause, while the mark of the mature man is that he wants to live humbly for one." Much like Holden, Mr. Halbig's history suggests he wants to be the catcher in the rye, protector of the innocence of youth. I think I can speak for the Sandy Hook Truth community when I say that none of us want to be here doing this right now, and we definitely don't want to die for our cause. But we feel an overwhelming sense of responsibility to do the right thing. And that's all we ask from Mr. Halbig. Thank you for watching.